Ruiz, thanks for allowing me to have you.
Oh, anytime, no problem at all, thank you.
What can we say about right now this fight, this match, Andy Ruiz, Anthony Joshua, is taking place to us?
I thought the first fight, you know, in the build-up, people were saying, Ruiz is a plum, and you know, if you knew anything about boxing, you know that he's not a plum. You know, the kid can fight, and he showed that in the fight. I think the second fight's going to be better. You know, it's going to be more explosive. They know each other a bit now, so they can prepare accordingly. I think Ruiz will come in probably more, you know, he'll be stronger coming into the fight, to the next fight, and mentally he's going to have an advantage. You know, he's beaten Joshua once. Once you've been chinned, as we say in England, or you know, when you've been knocked out, mentally it's very, very hard to recover from that. Because your air of invincibility is gone. So, you know, it's going to be an absolutely fantastic rematch in my opinion. You know, I can't see myself going to Saudi Arabia for it. I don't think I'll be going there for it, but you know, it's going to be a great fight. But I can honestly see Andy Ruiz winning again. You know, I might be wrong, you know, and I like Anthony Joshua and I like both the camps. I've been around both the camps. They're all very good people. So I don't want to see a loser, but if I was going to pick a winner, I'd probably pick Ruiz to win again.
Yeah, I mean, many analysts of boxing, you know, like I would say from ESPN, I think, if I'm not mistaken, that I saw an interview in Sky Sports too. Yeah. I can't remember the names right now. You know, too many names on the Sky Sport. They mentioned that they feel like it's too early for Anthony Joshua to take the rematch fight. What do you think of that?
You look back, there was a fighter a few years ago called David Price who fought Tony Thompson, and something similar happened, and you know, he was not rebuilt, you know, and he was thrown straight back in, and it put him back 3-4 years in his career. So maybe you could be, you know, they could be right. Maybe he needs some, you know, time to have a tune-up fight, you know, fight someone else, someone a bit easier, and get his confidence back. But for me, I'd jump straight back in the deep end if it was me personally, you know, and I knew I'd done something wrong on the night that had led to the knockout. I hadn't prepared correctly. I'd go and right the wrongs in my next camp, make sure that I did prepare correctly, and I'd jump straight back in the deep end. That's what I'd do personally, but everybody's different, so I think it's a personal thing. You can't just paint everyone with the same brush. It's really how a person reacts to a certain situation. So I think it's quite hard to say whether or not he should take it immediately or he shouldn't.
Yes, we will see if, you know, how Anthony Joshua is recovered in order to, you know, to fight Andy Ruiz, and we'll see, you know, what he will bring at the table, because I believe so. And because even though, you know, Andy Ruiz has been saying, you know, I'm gonna defend these titles with everything, you know, and what it takes in order to, you know, Anthony Joshua, I know he's hungry. I know probably he wants to gain the belts back and become 2 times, you know, heavy world champion, and those 3 you know, belts that he had before. It's a great fight, you know, that we'll definitely will see, you know, what the outcome is, you know, between these 2 boxers. Heavyweight division, it's always, you know, unpredictable. One punch can change the whole picture, the whole, you know, environment. And
I won't be surprised to see a 3rd fight either. There could be 3 fights. I won't be surprised if they boxed again. You know, if Joshua won this one, maybe fight for a 3rd time. But if not, the winner goes on to big things. You know, they could go on, if Ruiz wins, he could go and fight Wilder. You know, or he could go and fight Fury. Joshua wins, he could go and fight Fury. So there's lots of options for you know, and big paydays for the winner, and the loser's probably going to make that much money that they won't need to fight again.
You are, you know, you gave a, you know, good point, because if Andy Ruiz, let's say, you know, come out victorious on that night, he could go and face Deontay Wilder, and
PBC, I'd have all the belts then.
all the belts. Eventually, PBC will own it. Right now, don't get me wrong, PBC owns, most likely they may all of them. But we have to see this rematch happen, and after this rematch, we'll see what happens. We can't miss this, fight